ウィッチャー2実況プレイですね。最後まで行きたい。そう思ってます。はい。いや、今日も暑いな。マウスが早いか。で、王の暗殺者。魔術師代表者会かな。エメリアのその、なんだ、重鎮幹部2人を摘発したところですね。まさかのでも、2人ともね、男爵と伯爵がいて、2人ともその犯罪を犯していたというか、世継ぎとなるその、王位継承者2人、子供いるんだけど、殺そうとしてたんだよね。2人ね、2人とも、幹部が。で、摘発したんだけど、結局、ね、1人しか殺さなかった。捕まえなかったんだよね。まあ、ここから先どうなるかはね、わかんないけど、残念なエンドだったかもしれない。できれば2人ともね、まとめて成敗したいところでしたが、まあいろいろ事情があるんでしょう。仕方ありません。まあいいか、これで。さ、フィリパのさ、まあいいか。フィリパの、調べてみようかな、最後、ちょっとだけ。ウィッチャー2。フィリパの家があるんですけど、フィリパエイルハートっていう魔女のね、家があるんですけど、そこのね、フィリパの家のね、宝箱がね、取れないんですよ。無理なのかな、ロッシュルートだと。まあいいか、別に無理に取る必要もないし、よくわかんなかったです。まあ、調べずに、まあそのまま行きましょう。一応多分名目上最強の武器持ってるはずなんで、クライアントしとくか、念のために。なんだっけ、この女性からね、美しい女性から、なんだっけ、硬い皮。あれない。硬い皮のさ、設計図あるじゃん。なんだ。いらない武器も売って。まあこんなもんか。なんだ今の。テメリアの、絵の後継の、強えじゃん。めっちゃ強えじゃん、これ。マジ？しかも重いトラウグのやつとか。これじゃ預けようか。マジか。最後にいいことに気づいた。これさ、強い装備でさ、新しく始めるってできないのかな。ぜひやりたいんだけど。クラフティングしてくれ。硬い皮。なるほどね。はい。硬い皮。もう一個。おい。で、やばい。なんだっけ、コテだっけ。間違えたら痛いな。ちょっと一回やめて。コテか。待てよ。薬草家の手袋って地味にいいんだよね。待って。取引だ。取引だじゃない。あれ、戻んない。危ない。バグったかと思った。血目のコテ。強えけどこっちの方が。強えけどやめとくか。やめとこう。なんで作ったって話だけどね。薬草家の手袋、クラフティングの材料を拾うときに、2倍の量拾えるんですよね。これがね、いいんだよね。1個、1箇所につき1個じゃなくて、1箇所につき2個拾えるから、それがいいんですよ。預けるの忘れた。まあいいか、後で来るだろう。トリス。待っててくれたの？ろくな目に合わんけどな。中に入ろう。 トリス、まだ口に血がついてます。
In recent weeks, we have deliberated extensively in Vizima on who is to succeed to the Temerian throne. Because the fate of Foltest's last child remains unknown, we could not reach an agreement. Unable to reconcile the interests of the esteemed Temerian houses, we have no choice but to divide the country into provinces along the barony's current borders.
まずいね。
This cannot be, John Natalis. Temeria stands between Nilfgaard and the north. It must be a strong and united realm.
I too would wish it so, Your Majesty. But when Foltest was cut down by an assassin, the country's very heart burst.
I have learned that Anais La Valette is currently in the hands of the sorcerer Deathmold.
Clearly you have yet to learn of the slaughter that occurred today in the Kedweni camp, King Radovid.
Yet there is hope if the child lives. I hasten to remind you that Vernon Roach, his capture is also your responsibility. He is suspected of murdering King Hensel soon after the monarch's triumph in Bergen. As a Temerian soldier, Roach remains under your jurisdiction, Natalis.
Vernon Roach disappeared with his unit a few days after the successful siege of La Valette Castle. Should he reappear in Temeria, he shall be arrested and tried as the law prescribes.
あの時殺さなかったらどうなったんだろうな。それもまた見ものだよな。
To the matter at hand. The document describing the chart of the Council and Conclave is, as previously ascertained, an exact copy of the charter found in the ruins on Thanet Island.
ちょっと話のこうつじつまが合わないところがあるんだよね。
and its power to designate royal advisors. Today, randomly chosen mages and sorceresses reside at many courts. However, in the time of the previous conclave, such persons were carefully chosen.
Why shouldn't we pick our own advisors?
These individuals bear great responsibility, Your Majesty. The conclave needs to be certain they are competent.
神秘会がさ騙そうとしたらさ、
And
いないん
that
じゃな
they
い？
will keep the Conclave's interests in mind.
Obviously, sire. The conclave's chief interest is the well-being and prosperity of the northern kingdoms. The document has been signed by every member of the conclave we have proposed, as well as by all but one of the designated advisors. We await only Sheila de Tanserville's signature.
Without our royal seals, you should be allowed to designate advisors to cowherds at most.
That is true, Your Majesty.
Sheila de Tanserville should never be allowed to sign this document.
Triss Merigold, you decided to join us after all.
De Tanserville has royal blood on her hands. She can't sit on the conclave.
That is a lie.
Have you anything to support these claims, Merigold?
There are witnesses who will confirm that Sheila de Tanserville was behind the assassinations of Demavend and
まさ
Foltest.
かのシレが
Officials
ラ
of
ス
the
ボス？
future council and conclave.
レソどこ
Sheila
で出
de
てくるの？
Tanserville should be arrested and tried. If Triss Merigold speaks the truth, Lady de Tanserville will be condemned to death.
マジか。炎の騎士の、炎のバラの騎士なんか。
Sheila de Tanserville, until Triss Merigold's charges are dismissed or refuted, you cannot sit on the conclave.
Arrest her.
なんでどういう状況？ああ、そう資料。
You don't know the whole truth. Marigold doesn't know what she's talking about.
もしかしてラスボス？何これ？ドラゴン？またかお前。あ、何？マジかよ。ドラゴン戦うの？いや、こんな縦じゃ溶けちゃうんじゃない？そういうことか。シリが操ってるのか。ラスボスとドラゴン？ おお、やべ。
We're trapped. Magic's no good
どこにい
here.
んのトリス。
I can't get us out.
ねえねえ、
Sheila,
サイコロポーカー
you
サイコロポーカーいい
have
よ
to
別
get
に。
Sheila.
シリを殺して。分かった。あなたのためなら何なりと。トリスどこにいんの。あいつほんと役に立たんな。ラスボスか。
Turn back while you can, Witcher.
どこにいる。
You can't stop me. Not you, not anyone else.
まさかのラスボス。一旦ここであれか。瞑想しとく。あーマイゴー。戻れません。できないここで。瞑想してんだけど。マジかよ。オーマイゴー。
How do you like my dragon?
やばい。ちょっと待って。まずい。食えん。一回、そう。食えん。再戦。ヒデってこんな武闘派なの。来た。
You're late.
メガ
I've
スコー
already
プ。
managed to stabilize the portal.
You've got nowhere to run. Sooner or later, somebody will find you.
I prefer to leave on my own terms.
Where's Letho?
Sir Synthesis will tend to him, as she will to all the fools who get a hard-on at the mere thought of burning a sorceress at the stake.
Where is he?
I don't know, fool. I've been looking for him since Foltest's assassination. Letho cheated all of us. We were deceived by his dull face and sluggish stare. Don't you understand? The Lodge sought a way to get rid of Demavend, that's true. He was a weak, volatile king. Edirn would eventually choke to death under his rule. We chose the lesser evil. He had to be eliminated, and Letho happened to be at hand.
Voltest? Henselt?
We had nothing to do with that. After assassinating Demavend, Letho used our gold and magical support to find and meet Yorveth. The elf was to help him hide until the matter blew over, or so I thought. The Lodge did not condemn Foltest to die.
Then who did?
Nilfgaard. Letho is the king of liars and emperor of traitors. From the start, he worked for the glory of the great sun and the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. He lied to everyone. Me, Yorveth, your stupid little Triss, and you.
ガードなんだ。
Got any evidence?
A moment ago, I received a message from the Lodge's agent in Sintra. The Imperial army is on the move. They're fording the Yaruga now. Do you think the North can defend itself in the current situation? But can you count on another miracle at Brenna?
I don't know, but you made it all possible and you'll answer for that. The stigma of treason is yours for all time.
We shall see. For no one will leave this city
結
alive.
局屋敷増し
No one will
か。
tell this story. Philippa controls the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city into a flaming
フィ
tomb.
リパがドラゴン使ってんの。
The dragon attacked Foltest's troops during the siege of Lavalette Castle. That hardly supports your tale.
We did not control it then. We may have lost a battle, but the
それは
war
私たちの
is
負けかも
just
しれない。
beginning.
戦争始まったばかりよ。
You, however, shall not take part in it. This is your end.
あー、魔術師たちはこんなことするんだろうか。
Farewell.
Something's not right. The diamond! Someone replace the diamond! This one's
So-
torn! I'll be torn to bits! Geralt, remove it!
これ外してあげる。
You waited long enough.
うん。
Should you survive, go south to Nilfgaard,
フガード
where you'll find
あ
Yennefer
ー、
of
これでウィッチャー2に
Vengerberg.
繋がるのか。
Farewell, Witcher.
俺は助けてあげるよ。シリのこともね。待って、でも、待って、どういうことあー、マイガーどういうことどういうことドラゴンを倒す剣出せよ、お前。やべ、死ねなんでさ、メガスコープじゃないと、待って、なんでメガスコープじゃないと、門が出せないのしかも、メガスコープの、あれだろ宝石が、ダイヤモンドがおかしくなったんだろでも、メガスコープのダイヤを外したら、移動できなくなっちゃうはずなのに、結局移動できたよね。よくわかんないな。どういうことなんだメガスコープじゃなくても移動できるはずなのに、メガスコープを使った。メガスコープが壊れてたから移動ができない。 解ができない。あ、待って、どこ？ここから降りられる。上へ行く。あ、ここから上行く。負けるな、ゲラウト。やばい、負けました。ここは男の左クリック連打。Oh my god. Oh my god. やばいやばい、これは食らった。あんまダメージ食らってないな、でもな。ヒットアンダーウェイでいこう。究極のヒットアンダーウェイ。やばい、これはダメだ。やばいぞやばいぞ。おお、燃えてます。ゲラルト選手、燃えています。熱く燃えたぎっています。おお、ゲラルト選手、ドラゴンに襲われている。しかし抵抗をやめません。素晴らしい。熱くたぎる炎に焼かれています。熱く燃えたぎる炎。今僕も大粒の汗でいっぱいです。なぜなら今は6月、梅雨です。暑い。湿気もすごい。ゼロ出してんじゃねえ。しかしあれだな、このドラゴンは割とトカゲっぽい、爬虫類っぽいドラゴンだね。うい、やばい、まずい。ゲラルト選手、まずい。また炎が来た。しかしかわしている。全てかわしている。かわせていない。オーマイガー。まずい。はめられている。なぜだ。離れればファイアブレス。近づけば殴られる。適度に離れてゲラルト選手戦う。
Damn it.
あ、なんでだよ。ゲラルト選手、もう笑えない。この状況笑えない。できれば回復力を使いたいところだが、ある意味本当の戦闘とはこういうものかもしれない。戦闘中にわざわざ「Oh my god!」メニュー画面を開いて回復薬を飲む時間などないのだから。おほほほ、ゲラルト選手、果敢に戦う。燃えてる。おお、しかし神は味方をしてくれない。死んだ。死んだ。春ツバメ効かないけど使ってみようか。使えるのかな。オイル塗ってないわ。そう、オイル塗ってない。あっち、これいける？あ、ここで瞑想できる。やっと。じゃあ霊薬を飲んでみましょう。春ツバメ。あ、じゃあ戻りましょう。錬金術でバルカ、こっち。これをね、あ、2個作っとこうか。まあ3個でいいでしょう。攻撃力を上げる霊薬ですね。 回復力を上げる。あれ？あ、オイルなの？はるかの血って。破裂マムだけで結構です。で、そうか、ないか。しょうがあるまい。変異発剤も使っておきましょう。使ったか。使えないな、じゃあもう。どうしよう。一応最強の武器を持ってるはずなんだが、まあ待って待って。銀の剣。まあいいでしょう。ファルカの血。ドラゴン用のオイルないんだっけ？ないか。仕方あるまい。じゃあ、ファルカの血を銀の剣。で、ラスギスのルーン。1個しかないが、待って。他のルーンにしとこう。炎のルーン。確かに。炎のルーン。これはいいね。まさにこの時のためにあるようなものですね。炎のルーン。もう1個じゃ贅沢に使っちゃいましょうか。これでいいでしょう。僕は負けない。僕は負けない。来なさい。私はドラゴンハンター。負けません。Oh my god! ちくしょう。おらドラゴンブレス。まずい。まずい。春ツバメ使えてない。春ツバメいい。もう気にしない。俺は気にしない。私は気にしない。死んだ。やられた選手、何度殺されても立ち上がる。あれ、なんで飲んでなかったんだ。なんでなの。はるかの血。はい、OK。で、霊薬を飲むで、あれ飲んだと思ってたんだけどな。エンター。飲んでなかったな、確かに。このモーションがなかったわ。瓶を華麗に投げ捨てる。ポツンってどこに当たった？はい、終了。はるかの血を飲む。で、ルームを使っておきましょう。炎のルーン。はるかの血と。これでよし。いきます。ゲラルトいきます。どこだ？来た。ダメか。カモン。なんだ、どこにいた？なんだこれ。逃げろ。ゲラルトファイト。ゲラルト一発。お前。食べんな俺を。ファイト一発。いける。ゲラルト、あなたならいけるわよ。倒した。天空、まずい。ドラゴン切り。天空ドラゴン切り。何が起きてんだ。 笑っちゃいけねえんだけど。何これ、いつの間にこんなの持ってたの？やれゲラルト行くのよ、みんなの願いをして。飛ばしちゃった。飛ばしちゃった。ドラゴン殺して立ち去る？ドラゴン殺して立ち去る？立ち去ろう。心優しきゲラルトだからなぜなら。そして味方になればよい。ドラゴンは仲間になりたそうにこちらを見ている。死んだ？死んだんだ。やっぱ殺しとくべきだったかじゃあ。慈悲を見せるべきではなかった。
A list of the Lodge's sorceresses. A list of the whores you'll doubtless find. What's going on here?
なるほど。これでじゃあ3に繋がるようなこう弾圧が始まるんだな。マジでしろ。けど。なんかスターウォーズ見てるみたいだな。ちょっと違うけど。まあ自滅だもんね。フィリパとシレの。なんかでも原作を知ってると、このシーン、この場面、違和感あるんだよな。もうちょっとうまくね、改変してくんねえかな。ワン、ツー。思い切って変えてほしいんだよね、結構。わからんでもないんだけどさ。大変だと思うんだよね、原作あると。原作をうまく邪魔しないようにこう人気キャラを出しつつ、オリジナルストーリーを攻めるっていうね。まあ、例えるならば、漫画のアニメ版が原作までこう追いついちゃった時、引き伸ばしね、アニメ版の。あれを見てるかのごとく。違和感ありあり。エピローグ終わったの？マジか。あっさりしてるな。誰これ？トリス。トリス。
Are you all right?
More or less.
And the dragon?
Let's say it had a hard landing, impaled itself on a tree.
Did you kill it?
It's alive. You know I don't kill dragons.
But Philippa's...
In time, we'll deal with her. You know that could be one of the last dragons alive, a noble and beautiful creature.
Let's get out of here.
I guess Letho got away.
He's waiting for you.
Waiting?
どういうこと？
Where the Temerians made camp.
Last battle,
Come
right?
on.
What do you mean, waiting? How do you know?
Utter chaos broke out after the dragon attacked. I tried to reach Philippa's quarters.
ラブレ
A
ター渡した。
terrified man approached me in one of the alleys, gave me a letter and begged me not to harm him. He said it was for you. The letter was short. I'm waiting in the
テミリアの
Temerian
闇市待つ。レソ
Letho.
だけ。
What happened here while I was gone?
What happened?
All the kings had many more armed men than they should have had at a peace summit. During the evacuation, several skirmishes broke out. The Kedwenis clashed with the Temerians. The Order's knights raped 2 sorceresses and killed those who dared try to hook them.
Do you think the Council and Conclave will survive?
Well, they're established, and that's the only thing that prevented a wholesale massacre. Hard to say if they'll survive, but for the time being, no one's got any better ideas. Mages are part of this world, whether people like it or
どっから
not.
行く？
They have to have their rights, their
あそこ降りんのか？
place. Otherwise, another lodge
走れねえのか？
will rise.
忘れた。ぴょん。
Vernon Roach! Step away from the child. She's of royal blood. Temerian. Too
Temeria.
good for you, Horsons. You're an outlaw. Wanted in all the north. Hand over the child and perhaps the king will show you mercy.
I piss on Kedwenny mercy.
Roach!
Triss! We can't let them have her! This is Foltest's daughter!
I've heard enough! Grab them!
お前らと勝負だ。俺に背を向けたのが間違いよ。やばい。死にそう。はい。来なさい。カウンターができない。なんでだ。まあいいや。来た。これだ。はい。はいはいはい。君たちも来なさい。はいはいはいはいはいはいブザマだ。
I failed. Deathmold got away. Thanks, Geralt.
デスモルドも敵なの。
Triss needed my help. You know that.
よくわかんねえな。デスモルドデスモルドで動
What
い
are
て
you
んだ
talking
な。
about?
They kidnapped Triss. The Emperor dispatched the Kingslayers using the Lodge as a decoy, all in order to breed chaos in the northern kingdoms.
Temeria is lost. The Barons will pick it apart into bits.
It's not lost. Temeria will be reunited. Get the child out of here. Take her far away. Far from the kings, their courts, and their wars. One day, she'll reclaim her heritage.
What about you, Geralt?
I'm going after the Kingslayer.
A man of his word.
私は
It's
諦めない。
personal now.
Farewell then, White Wolf. I trust we'll meet again in better times.
Farewell, Roach. Where's Yorvith? How is Yorvith?
Proud, I think. The reward on his head has never been greater. Those seeking her, the Scoia'tael hunters, will be reinforced. The special
なんだこれ。
forces throughout the north will receive more resources.
回り道しろっ
The
て。
council and the conclave are assigning several mages to the task.
なんだこれ。茨
They won't rest
どういうこと？
until they find him.
君たち戦うの？何これ。魔術師弾圧されたんじゃないのか。
This is no place for witches. Though I know you and you appear wherever something important
俺はお前のこと
happens.
知らん。
True, though sometimes by accident.
And this time, also a coincidence?
Let's say I have something to take care of.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the royal soldiery, Loch Muin will be magically sealed.
Getting out of here?
Temporarily. We shall return soon enough to rebuild the city. Loch Muin will regain its former glory. Until that time, we need to keep the treasure hunters and troublemakers out.
So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sheila de Tansarville and the other traitresses from the lodge.
That could take a while. Sheila's fled Loch Muin via
俺が逃がす。
Megascope.
We have time. She cannot hide forever. Sooner or later, she will be ours. Forgive me, I must attend to some matters. And don't dawdle. The city will be sealed in 1
あれ
hour.
か、偉そうにした人が。帰っていけばいいの、ここは。魔法を使う感じ？こっちから行くのか。あ、これか。こっちだな。いるレソ。いるわ、レソ。ムキムキマッチョメン。あ、やばい。セーブするの忘れた。
There he is.
Wait for me.
Geralt.
君が心配だ。
Don't want you to get hurt.
I can take care of myself.
Not this time. I need to talk to him alone.
Not this time.
Wait for me at the city gate. If I'm not there within the hour, leave
いや、
without me.
一緒に戦おう。一緒に戦おうよ。ここでセーブできる？ OK。ゲラルト、悪いことではない。一緒に戦おう。なんだこれ？あ、お前が変えたのね。
Took you a while?
フィリパじゃない、
Is
シレ
that
の
bauble
メガスコ
from
ープ。
Sheila's Megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the Megascope has a
でもさ、
flaw.
俺が外したらさ、移動できないはずでしょ？外したら移動したんで、外した後に移動したんだよ。よくわかんねえ。
The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
I let her escape.
You're heartless. You've no idea what
魔
the
女狩りのやり
royal
方を
witch
知らんのか、
hunters
やり方
have
知らん
in
のか。
store for her. A lot of pain for a long time.
I don't doubt it. So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first, vodka.
いただこ
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
In that
う。お前は
case,
仲間だ。
let's drink to old friendships.
脱げ。
Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's
他人の女の面倒見るのが
woman,
ユニファーでどこが良かったのか理解でき
I
ない。
can't fathom what you saw in her,
人参でいいこ
but
れ。
I
食う虫も
suppose
好き
there's
好き
no
か。
accounting for taste.
どういうこと？最後の記憶か。
The winter solstice 1270.
ようやく喋り出したな。
Midinvern, the night of magic.
やっぱ喋
Nothing
るんだ
wasn't
な。
lying. The hunt had stopped. At the hanged man's tree, the spectral
バグで喋んなか
riders
ったのか。
selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader. We struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
ユニファー今どこにいんの？ニルフガードにいんのかそれで。
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a
レ
minute.
ソと戦う必要ないだろもう今更。
Remember the hanged man's tree and the wild hunt.
いつの木、
Remember the
マグの気候。
exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me
戦わ
all
なくてい
that
いよ。
way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
ユニファーどうなった？
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
She was feverish for several days, delirious, in agony. We thought that
まあ
was it.
ニルフガードと
She
繋がっ
was
てる
on
から。
her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented.
記憶を失った。
Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing temper
どう消す誘惑し。
tantrums, trying to seduce orcs,
そん
trying
な
to
こと
drive
す
a
るタイプじゃないだ
wedge
ろ。
between us. After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. She wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard, mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and
もうちょっと他のウィッチャー出してくんねえかな。
in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
So we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. And then
That's
one
good,
day
huh?
they captured us. The Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ox, Sarret, and Yennefer.
Imperial Secret Police?
We were separated, and they questioned us. Long and thoroughly. But it was uneventful. No violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau. And a couple of
秘密
weeks
警察
later,
の長官か
the Emperor
バティエル・
himself,
ディド
me,
ニルフガードの
a
諜
simple
報部の部長だ
witcher.
な。
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the northern kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace. Then we went off to slay the kings of the north. That's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire.
She was when I left.
ワールドハ
How
ン
did
ト
you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every Witcher who wears the viper around his neck knows the place. We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt that I used to think our school was founded for the very purpose of solving the riddle of the spectral riders.
Know who they are? You know the true identities of the riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race. But they turned out to be a big ruse. Legendary omen of war proved to be a fairground attraction.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead, enlighten me. I can tell you want to.
まあ、ダー
There
ク
are
エ
a
ル
lot
的
of
な感じだよ
legends
ね
and myths
ワー
about
ルドハン
it,
ト
but
は
the Wild Hunt is a fact.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves?
They may be ordinary in their world, but
There's not.
so you know there are other spheres. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned.
As they did. So.
I've got an idea. Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we
魔
could.
術師に罪を
Lay
着
the
せて
blame on the sorceresses. Breed
北方諸
chaos.
国に反乱を起こす
Prepare the
混乱を起こ
north.
す
Soften it before the
完
invasion.
全にニルフ
You
ガード
know
手
what's
先だな
incredible? No matter what the war's outcome, the north resembles a
Shame you didn't take.
Maybe I would have killed him. Maybe you would have killed me. Who knows? Besides,
You know.
come
ロッシュか
How did a.
at the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's
Why?
simple. He promised to rebuild the school. Witcher's schools in the south fell into ruin long ago. Besides Serret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper.
Why are.
I knew you wouldn't give up. I
決着つけよ
want to fight.
う戦おう
Any vodka left in
まだ
that
どっかある
bottle?
か
A swig
俺はもう
of
酒が
peace.
なくなったから
Here.
おっちゃんです戦わなくてよくねなんでこんな冷静に戦うの
The Imperial Army is probably
ニルフガードを止めようよ
crossing the Ruger as we speak. Pure pandemonium will ensue. The North's
ゲラル
finished.
ト冷静になれ
Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Netho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before, thanks to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again.
Never see again
Force me to fight.
行けどこか遠くへ
I've learned all I wanted. Your death won't change.
これでいい
Just like that. No threats. No words of wisdom.
好きだって言った方
You
がいい
going or not?
Farewell, Geralt.
殺す理由がねえもんだってなんだこれ今の手はなんだ戦う理由ないよね戦った方が良かったかないやいいよな別に戦う理由ねえんだもんだって 終わりかこれで。本当に。ここにウィッチャー3のシリがどう絡んでくるかだよな。絡ませようがないんだよな。いや、ワンツーやっぱちょっときついか、そう考えると。俯瞰してみるとな。十分楽しませてもらったけど、このゲラルト物語で考えたとき
The
に
Witcher had traveled far and wide in search of the Kingslayers. In Flotsam, he slew Bernard Laredo, but few mourned for the Commandant. Flotsam remained Temerian, while command of the garrison and town went to a Vizima noble, a sworn enemy of Kedwen and an avid angler. To this day, folk gather around bonfires in Lobenden to hear of the Witcher's deeds.
そうか。
The Witcher witnessed a great
ほとん
Kedwini
どで
victory
も
in Eden.
あれだな。ドラゴン戦以外
At
で
Bergen, Henselt's army crushed Saskia the Dragon
最強の
Slayer's
武器を
motley
使う場
force,
面なかったな。
ending the springtime of races. Soldiers of the Unicorn swarmed over the Pontar Valley. As it had before, powerful Kedwen swallowed Upper Eddern whole. Yet subsequent events would render Henselt's triumph short-lived. After Foltest's death, Temeria's neighbors began to vie for the glittering prize that was the realm's throne. Yet the murders of first Demavend, then Henselt, forced them to look to their own problems. Temeria fell prey to its power-hungry barons. But Vernon Roche held a light of hope for the dying realm, and he tucked it away in a place safe and still to await better times. Years before, Geralt of Rivia had witnessed the fall of the Council and Conclave of Mages. The summit in Loch Muin re-established both bodies, their founders sacrificing Sheila de Tanzerville and her accomplices. Yet Radovid also required humility and loyalty from the proud mages, but this did not sit well with all of them. It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the days seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite. Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I lay my head in the laps of the
なぜ出した
muses.
最後に。
Who could have known this tempest which had ravaged the
いろいろ出てる
north
ぞ。
was but a
いろいろ。
harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
うーん。面白かったけどね。ちょっと消化不良だな、最後な。面白かったけどね。飛ばせるこれ。飛ばせないね。あ、飛ばした。お。うさちゃん。何？あ、殺されちゃったん。ウサギの肉って美味しいのかな？鹿だ。誰これ？ 軍隊か。ニルフガードかこれ。違うな、ケイドやんか。いや、ニルフガードだ。そういうことか。戦争の始まりを意味してるのか。ひどいな。やっぱ戦争は良くないよ。そう思います。そして何を見る？あ、戦か。あ、そういうことか。本格的に北方諸国にニルフガードが再度戦争を仕掛けてきたってところか。一応小説の中ではニルフガードを北方諸国が退けたところで終わってんだよね。まあ両方ともさ、すごい甚大な被害だといかないな。ひどいな。すごい軍勢だね。テメリアまで来てるね。ライリアリーダウン。我々の知る世界は終焉に近づいている。すでになんで文字化けしてんだよ、ここで。まあいいでしょ。あ、終わった。マジか。いやー、面白かったけどな。消化不良だな。ダメか。新しい。なるほどね。リディアの死。へえ。あ、これあれか、見たやつか。リディアかと思った。リビアか。じゃあいいや。あれ？戻る。まあ面白かったな。やり直そうかな。エルフルートで。難易度下げてやろう、今度は。もっとサクサクでいきたい。って思いますね。あれ？選べない。ではありがとうございました。やり直します。エルフルートで。ロシルートはこれで終わりということで、ありがとうございました。それではさようなら。